Have you ever wondered what makes a woman tick? What makes her feel valued and cherished? Well, it's not as complex as you might think. At the core of every person, women included, are fundamental emotional needs. These needs often revolve around feeling loved, appreciated, and safe. When these needs are met, she feels valued and cherished. Now, how do you meet these emotional needs? The answer lies in empathy and active listening. Empathy allows you to put yourself in her shoes, to understand her feelings and perspectives. Active listening, on the other hand, involves paying full attention to what she's saying, showing genuine interest, and responding in a way that demonstrates understanding. This is not about solving her problems, but about being there, being present, and being supportive. Recognizing and addressing emotional cues is another important aspect. These cues could be in her body language or verbal expressions. For instance, if she's looking away or fidgeting, she might be uncomfortable or anxious. If she's sharing something personal, her tone might indicate whether she's feeling vulnerable or confident. Paying attention to these cues and responding appropriately can help you connect with her on a deeper level. So there you have it. Understanding a woman's emotional needs is not about guessing or mind reading. It's about empathy, active listening, and paying attention to her emotional cues. Remember, a woman desires to be understood and cared for. Show her that you're emotionally invested, and you're already one step ahead. Now that you understand her needs, how do you communicate effectively to build an emotional connection? Let's start with the basics. Effective communication is rooted in openness, honesty, and respect. It's about more than just talking, it's about sharing, understanding, and connecting on a deeper level. Openness means being willing to share your thoughts and feelings, even if they're not always comfortable. Honesty means being genuine and true, not just saying what you think she wants to hear. And respect? That's about acknowledging her feelings and perspectives as valid, even when they differ from your own. Let's talk about vulnerability. It might seem counterintuitive, but showing your vulnerable side doesn't make you weak. On the contrary, it takes a lot of courage to let your guard down and share your true self. It's a delicate balance, but when done right, expressing vulnerability can significantly deepen emotional bonds. And equally as important is nonverbal communication. Body language, tone of voice, and even the silences in between can speak volumes about your feelings. So, pay attention to these subtle cues, and use them to convey your emotional intent. Gents, effective communication is not about winning an argument or proving a point. It's about understanding and being understood. It's about building a bridge of empathy and connection. Good communication is like a dance. It takes two, but with practice and patience, it becomes a beautiful and rewarding experience. So, you understand her emotional needs and know how to communicate effectively. But what else is needed? Now we're going to dive into the magic of shared experiences. You see, when you engage in activities together, you're not just passing time. You're creating memories, and these memories fuel emotional connections. They become stories that you both can share, reminisce about, and laugh over. They become your unique bond, something that is purely yours and hers. Imagine preparing a meal together, the aroma of the spices, the sizzle of the pan, the taste of the food you've both created. These shared experiences stir emotions, creating a sense of togetherness and intimacy. Or how about going on a hike? The shared struggle of the climb, the breathtaking view at the summit, the satisfaction of achieving something together. These experiences don't just build physical stamina, but emotional strength as well. What about visiting an art exhibit? You both wander through rooms filled with beauty and creativity, sharing thoughts, impressions, and interpretations. This isn't just about appreciating art. It's about understanding each other's perspectives and in the process, deepening your emotional connection. But how do you ensure these shared experiences are meaningful and memorable? Here are some tips. Plan surprises. Remember, surprises are not about shock value. They're about showing thoughtfulness and effort. It could be as simple as taking her to a pop-up exhibition of her favorite artist, or as elaborate as arranging a weekend getaway. Take interest in her hobbies. Even if you're not a fan of yoga or can't tell a Monet from a Manet, show willingness to engage in her interests. Guys, this not only shows respect for her passions, but also tells her you are willing to give thought and time for her interests. Remember, building an emotional connection with a woman is not about grand gestures or expensive gifts. It's about understanding her, communicating effectively, and creating shared experiences. It's about making her feel loved, cherished, and valued. So gentlemen, go out there and turn her on.